Funny FUX Podcast. Get your jokes
and your strokes
with comedians and adult entertainers every Thursday on Dash Radio.
Dash Radio.
Tastemakers.
Tastemakers.
going raw.
Oh, Tastemakers, I'm coming.
Funny FUX Podcast.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Funny FUX. I'm Brandon Brody.
And I'm Nikki McElroy.
And welcome back to the hilarious show where we merge your favorite comedians and folks working in the sex industry to bring you not only the steamy, but the funny. Yes, and it is a pleasure, man. We have some amazing guests today, man.
I'm excited.
I'm very excited about these two right here because I already know one of them. You know, a good friend of mine. I've known her for many years in these comedy streets. She's a super talented individual, and if you haven't seen her on the internets, you definitely need to follow her. And when I was actually asking her for her intro, she said she just had a casting director that told her, because I was like, "Yo, tell me something about yourself. Give me a little thing." She's like, "The casting director literally told me that my life wasn't interesting enough." Like,
what?
Yo.
So I'm taking it that you didn't get the job.
I don't know. I just went in there. I just started making stuff up. I was lying.
And let me tell you, I think she's interesting enough to be here. Obviously, you know. I want to welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Jasmyn Carter. Woo! You did say something interesting. You said something. I don't know if she was making a joke because I mean she gave me a list of things, and one of them you said you had brain surgery or something. Yeah. I don't remember when you had brain. I wasn't there. I didn't do the incisions. I like you kind of assimilated right back into society like nothing had happened with your brain.
True, because it was like 2 weeks later, and I still had staples in, and I was on stage. So yeah, that makes sense.
Can you tell me what happened though? Can we get a little backstory on why you had staples?
Yeah. So like, when you go into the Matrix, you take a blue pill or the red pill.
Okay.
I'm just kidding. It's a condition known as chiari malformation. It was not enough room in my skull for my brain. Yes, I'm smart.
Extra smart.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that.
But that's the thing. That's great that you could say that. You know,
it just means I'm underdeveloped.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that means.
Okay. Aw. You was born early.
Yeah.
Okay.
My ex
also a
called me
crack baby.
underdeveloped.
That'll do it.
Was that? I don't know where to go from there, but
She called
was
me
that really
underdeveloped.
part of it? Did they already know that you had this problem when you were born, or is it something that they found out later in life?
Later, you typically don't get symptoms until some people don't get symptoms till their 40s, like 40 something.
Mm-hmm.
But mine came like my early 20s, and it was just random. Just one day, everything is fine, and the next day, you think you're having a stroke. And then that's that.
Well, I'm blessed to have you here. We
Yeah,
are blessed.
absolutely.
Thank
Yeah.
you. That sounds like you went through a lot, but we are proud you're here.
Yeah,
You
we're
know.
here.
And I don't know how to do this segue now because
She's at the. No, I got it. She's at the perfect place to talk about brain. You know what I mean?
Okay.
She's at the perfect place because we have our other wonderful guest we have over here. It's first time in the building.
yeah, most people mispronounce his name.
They mispronounce it.
They like to
give
put it plural.
Yeah. Add extra X's on the back of it. You know.
But I confirmed because I've seen the videos that he only has one, and he goes by the name of Chris Cock.
That's right. That's right. Not Chris Rock.
No,
Chris Cock.
Because he looks just like Chris.
Uh-huh.
Well, hold on.
Chris who?
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. So when I first
see it.
met him and he had his nice little leather jacket, we were out in the club and I was like, did anyone ever tell you look like Chris Rock? He's like, yeah, my name is Chris Cock. And I was like, ha 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 ha. I thought he was joking and until he
That's
showed
your club
me.
laugh too? That's your club laugh?
That's like, okay, he's weird. But then he showed me his Instagram. I'm like, oh.
It's not a lie. And it's funny because
Right.
it's ironic because obviously Chris Cock in the adult industry, Chris Rock's comedy albums also work as titles for films that you could have. Like he could Bigger and Blacker. That could be a porn film. Big Ass Jokes. Bring the Pain. Like it works.
The other one I had getting ready was instead of Don't Shoot the Messenger, it was don't fuck the messenger.
Don't fuck the messenger. Yeah. You got to get something for selective outrage. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the name of it's going to be, but like there's something there.
Oh, wait, yeah.
There was something that I was supposed to do, but the timing wasn't right because I was getting ready for a Taiwan trip to do an hour before his live show went. Because it was the first time it was his live show. We had a promo going for it and everything like that. Because not only before when I first got in did I look like him, but I do sound like him, not on purpose, but I have the same mannerisms, stuff like that. Like I can do the lines and what.
The funnier thing too is if you have the same mannerisms, like and then Chris, the way he be throwing doggy style on these joints, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I learned that technique. I got them all.
I just
Damn, they do sound alike.
Now it's gonna bother you this entire show.
So people close your eyes.
There it is.
Look at me, and I'll say like, "Good Lord, that's a lot of pussy."
What's the one he said? Yeah, that's pussy and there's vagina.
There's pussy and there's vagina.
But
You
guess
gotta
what?
recycle the pussy. That's just what you gotta do.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I thought he was gonna finish. He's like, I'm not gonna do the
I'm
bit.
like,
You gotta
what's
pay
the
me.
rest of it?
Yeah, we all struggling. We trying to like,
Be
what's the rest of it?
But it's great because that's the last time you're gonna be able to say those two words because we have these
Oh,
what we call
Oh, segue.
our
Nice.
word jaw.
Nice.
And so instead of that pussy and the
Okay.
vagina, you're gonna pull what we are gonna now call him for the rest of the show.
Rest of the show, yeah.
but no matter what I'm looking at, it's gonna be pink.
It is pink.
It's pink. So,
That's why.
That's right.
Which represents
Uh-huh.
the pink, you know?
Okay.
What do we got?
So what's our word?
Britney Spears,
Oh, wow.
because we know Britney Spears can be Britney Spears wild.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
That thing will make you go crazy, you know?
And make you be a slave.
Yeah. That Britney Spears on a conservatorship, right? That's when it's so crazy you can't get out.
And so our next one, instead of saying for the male part, we will have Jasmyn pull that.
Smart car.
So last time your smart car was in a Britney Spears.
I had to charge it. I had to supercharge it to get in that Britney Spears. And what's our last one? So this one will be replacing sex, fornication, fuck,
The actual
Smash
verb, the
the
actual
axe.
action.
the act of doing it. You know, it's gonna be replaced by one of these black.
Oh, you're gonna
ones.
you're passing it off. You're
Yeah,
passing off
passing it
the
off.
Pass it off.
She's gonna get a good one. Let's see what
tag
it is.
team.
Is it-
What is it?
Itch.
Ah.
Oh, so you was itching. Britney, that Britney Spears was itching.
We were scratching. We were itching. Yeah. Went over and itched her up real quick.
We'll leave him right here so we remember.
Itched her down. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be fun. I'm trying to remember him right now. So we have Britney Spears for the lady part. We have SMARTCAR for the
SMARTCAR.
male and itch as the verb.
This is gonna be good. I can already imagine what these scenarios are gonna be. You know, so that moves us right along to our next segment, which we like to call foreplay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give you guys some little memes or little statements that you may or may not have seen on the internet. We're gonna kind of let you free associate what comes to mind and just kind of comment on some of these wild little lines that come again from.
And it's a nice foreplay to get y'all ready for your stories for later.
Absolutely.
Okay, I hope
absolutely.
you came prepared. And what is going on? Oh, you got to get tested. You have a show? You have a show coming up. That's how you know. We got that on camera,
say you
Dito.
have a
You see that?
You got so that's a great thing. If you ever have sex with a porn star, you know that they're tested all the time. So he's taking off his bandage because he just got tested.
Because I got it itch tomorrow.
Well, hopefully it came back so you're not really itching. It came back negative, so you're not really itching.
It's a happy itch. It's a happy itch.
Yes, it's that money making itch.
Oh, that's right.
All right, so we're gonna move right along. Let's see. We got this question right. Well, excuse me. This is one of the statements that was on the internet. It said, "When you go through her phone and she on the same shit as you. When you go through her phone and she on the same shit as you." Anything coming to mind? Are you kind of thinking of any stories? Ever been in that circumstance with either of you guys?
Don't check my phone because
you on the same shit as them?
I mean, typically, I don't really do relationships. So
Can you break that down?
I mean, I'm young, so I can't say that I'm a relationship person because I ain't really been in one, but like literally one, and it's done. And that was like 4 years, so that was like my whole life basically. So before that and now, I don't go through my phone. I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on. You can get your little feelings hurt. I'm assuming you're doing the same thing. So,
And you date men or females?
whatever.
Okay.
It's like who's
It
cooler?
depends.
It's like who smells better that day.
I would take a couple down. I don't really want to.
So you said I don't do relationships. I just do
it.
people.
Yeah, I'll be the unicorn. I go in there. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Like a couple, you want them to like have a meeting about you. Like, all right, we have this one.
Y'all talk and y'all bring me into it. Y'all take me on a date and it's great.
Oh, like a throuple. Would you
Yeah.
actually be in a relationship with a couple?
She still wants her. You still want your
Maybe.
freedom, huh?
Maybe I like to come in and out of it. You know,
You want your
maybe
freedom.
once a month,
But you wouldn't let them check your phone.
You can check my phone if you want to. Just don't.
Viewer discretion is
Don't say
advised.
nothing to me about it. Like I don't. That's just. It just is. I'm not a liar. So.
And did you ever check anybody else's phone? Your
No.
ex-girlfriend or boyfriend?
No. Don't do that.
What about you, Mr. Cock?
I mean, we all about our phones in my industry. So like the top of the line thing that happened was somebody went through my phone and she opened up that, that was something she wanted to experience. So I set it up with a couple friends and,
Nice.
it was 4 guys, 3 girls and just had
So wait, let me get this straight.
Had an itchy good time.
So she thought she was going through your phone to find something, but she found something she actually liked and she wanted to be a part of.
Yeah, she wasn't necessarily like snooping, but she was going through, it was like, oh, how was your
text
trip,
messages?
whatever. Like, no, just my pictures, you know what I
Okay,
mean?
okay.
Like work phone, same as my personal phone. And was going through like traveling pictures and she was like, yo, what's that?
Just traveling. Oh, here's Valencia, Belize, dick, pussy. Excuse me, SMARTCAR, Britney Spears.
And so, because she hadn't known what I was into yet, like my job and stuff. So
That's how she found out, by going through your phone?
That's a hell of an interview.
What did you tell her your last name was?
Well, at that time, it was just Chris. That's it.
Okay.
Nobody knows the last name unless it's necessity. But it wasn't that I was hiding it. It was just like we hadn't gotten to that point yet. I didn't look at her that way. I didn't know it. It was like 2 weeks into like hanging out with mutual friends. And she was like, oh, I was like, yeah, I've gone to Japan and done this. Oh, check it out here. I'm turning around doing something else. She's like, what's this? I'm like,
It's like at that moment she was like, you know what? I wish I just found a text.
I wish it was
Jesus
fucking one
Christ, yeah.
other bitch.
It's like 4 hours later. She's still like, nah, I'm just checking the temperature. This is
Now she has all
Woo,
new
she's-
fantasies.
yeah,
and
right?
yeah, I mean, it turned out great. She was open about it, and it was a great segue for her to be open about her sexual experiences and what she wanted because she wasn't gonna reach a judgment from me. And on top of that, I've never lost a friend because of what I do in the industry, so I don't hide it.
You've only gained more.
Gained a lot of friends. Huh? Gained a lot of friends.
That's so crazy because I lost a lot of friends in relationship from doing comedy, but you, there's a disconnect.
You gotta let them go through your phone and see stand up. Like, don't tell them you're a comedian. Just let them go through your phone. What are these things you're doing? Are these jokes you telling out here?
That's crazy.
That's great. That's great. So you say you went to Japan. So are you doing shows in Japan or doing movies out there? Or are you out there traveling?
I've done workations out there where I've gone to do interviews or I've gone to do a couple work shows out there. But,
Okay. I didn't know porn was big in Japan. It seemed like it would be like super.
Is that some kind of insensitive joke?
No, I just mean that I feel like Japan. It
No,
seems so prissy and like they would be like anti.
In reality,
They make the technology.
In reality, they have what they have. It's called Electric City. They have like all the DVDs. Like DVD sales are booming over there, and they're nonstop. DVD
Because they can't tell people, right?
Well, no, they can. What it is if you watch any shows that are done overseas in Japan and a lot of Asian places, they have to pixelate the genitalia.
Mm-hmm.
The smart cars and the Britney Spears, you can't see it. So they're all about. That's why their shows are so weird or different because they focus on the story and people actually pay to it because the culture.
Maybe I would like that because there's stories behind it.
There's actually like real stories behind it, and the culture is not a like physical culture like we are. Like they don't shake hands. It's just how they brought out the women, the girls, whatever. They go to their school. They're not allowed to really talk to the boys. Like that's just the way their culture is. So much that the population's been in decline for like 7 or 10 years. That's not going on. But sexually, like they're wild over there. I mean,
because they're held back then, so they just
held back. Whatever it is, they're wild. Like the tentacle shows and all that stuff.
Wait,
like the furries and stuff.
Wait, we're going way too many topics. Let's start where we were at. Tentacles. All right, now I'm not even going to act like I know what that is. I imagine something with an octopus, but like
it's what
the Octobritney.
The Octobritney, yeah. No, what they call it like hentai. You know what I mean?
Okay, I've heard of hentai.
That's what it is. Is the more elaborate, freaky, sexual shows, the things that go on. Like
so, it's like live shows.
I'm just calling them shows like movies.
Okay,
TVs,
got
whatever.
me.
Where they're not like real You know what I mean? It's just what they do in the scene. Like it'll be like a demon creature comes and takes advantage of the
like
female.
cartoon stuff.
But they also do it what would be live action, like with people. They just have prosthetics or whatever. Like there's a company, not plugging them, but there's a company that makes those toys specifically because that niche is really, really huge here. I didn't even realize it till this company started small and grew big, and then more and more people. Since I got in 2010, 2011, have been talking more and more about it. And I'm like, wow, the influence of the Japanese way of industry influencing here and everybody going further than what they think, you know, the demure Japanese girl and why they're quiet. It's like, no, that's actually how they have itch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's their culture. It's not, you know, for lack of a better word, you know, the full rape porn or whatever. It's just they're that shy about it that they're demure and like not supposed
but it comes out on the screen.
It's
like
on the screen and stuff.
wow, because I mean, because I even think like, how do you even get to like, you know what I really would love to itch right now? An octopus. Like like just think about it. Like that's like it had to evolve from something where somebody, and then it got so popular that people were like, yo, I saw this one octopus porn last night, you know, and it was crazy. Let's do another one. Now it's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, anime isn't really made for kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
No.
it's always adult theme and whatnot. And it's just where their imagination took it. You know what I mean? Like, the creativity that goes behind it. Like, when I went over there for 3 weeks and, like, was there, I mean, they have, like, this is the land of vending machines. To tell you the truth, they even have vending machines for pennies.
Everything.
Like everything over there. So I was like, okay, and then went into their sex stores and everything and learned more and more and like delved into it and was like, okay, wow, okay, this is where you came from, because I've dated one of the top Japanese adult video actresses over there that made it over here. So I got brought
What's her name?
Marika Hase.
Marika Hase.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I got brought into the folds of what was going on over there and learned more about how the difference of shooting westernized porn versus Eastern porn versus even porn in the UK, because in the UK and America, they rush to get the clothes off and get straight to the action. Over there, you know, it's
a whole movie. It's a whole
movie that
I
goes
love
to it. And the titles are literally what the movie's about. It'll be like, oh, such and such girl went to the bus station.
The title is the plot as a whole.
Literally 100%. It's the funniest shit. But yeah, no, it's just different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, everything's accepted over there. It's very shy, polite, and respectful. But the sexual culture over there is more open. Like, when they get into it, you know what I mean? Like, the stuff like here, they were like, oh my god, you're such a freak. Like, in a negative way. Over there, like
it's like celebrated in a way. You're like, wow.
They even have like a SMARTCAR festival.
Okay.
Once a year out there.
Huh.
Oh, you just like pull it out and parade it?
I mean, not like that, but they have like a long parade specifically for
A long
the SMARTCAR.
parade.
A long parade. Specifically for the smart car out there. I think.
Nice.
When you said the genitalia is the Britney Spears and the smart cars are pixelated, my head automatically went to anime.
Yeah.
Like, so is it like really like?
It's literally blurred out, pixelated, like over there because you know, the laws over there, you're not supposed to show penetration, it's not supposed to be penetration, whatever. But it's literally like pixelated. Like if you were trying to hide a witness and
Yeah.
Well, kind of like how the porn used to be when we were kids on TV and we're trying to watch it through the waves of it. Trying to hold the end of the hanger.
Moving your head up and down and trying to just moving your head like
the tracking button.
Yeah, the UHF, VHF, trying to do the halfway. Oh, we really aging ourselves over here.
y'all turning dial? You got Jasmyn about to have a nosebleed over here. She's like, what the hell these oldies talking about?
No, we had an old TV with a dial.
Oh yeah, with the dial. You know, that dial was.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
I was like, why do we have this?
It's probably in your garage though. You never actually worked it.
Usually it was in my room. Like when I was like 9, I was in there.
And isn't it aggressive? It was an aggressive way to change the channel because it made a
right.
like I'm changing this damn channel.
It was loud. It was heavy.
They knew that if your parents knew if you changed the channel. Like, what you watching in there?
Because you heard the thing. Everyone would know. Turning this unlubricated ass knob on your television screen.
You had to turn the TV on. You had to
click.
Yes. Well, that was the UHF to the whatever that.
VHF. It's like, why are we giving our TV a kickstart? You know what I'm saying?
Why
Like,
have that? That
what
was
is this?
2005. Why?
What yeah, why did you have that?
I don't know.
Where were you from again? What?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Yeah.
Flat screens didn't make it there?
No, we had big back bottom
TVs.
And then for whatever reason, we still had that old TV because it just still worked, I guess.
Was it on top of a bigger TV that didn't work?
That one had the volume.
No, it was
The wooden one with the speakers on the side.
That's the volume TV. That's the looking TV. Turn the looking TV on. Turn the volume TV on. You have an experience.
We had the big back, big bottom TVs up until 2010. Like
Oh,
we
wow.
had
Yeah.
it until we moved. Yeah.
I didn't get rid of mine until probably 2007. My daughter says, "What's that behind the TV?" And I was like, "That's the TV."
Why is it so big back here?
It was big.
Gross.
Too. The speaker was on the bottom.
TVs were, I mean, I gotta be, like, they were mad ugly. Like, no one went in and said, yo, we need to make this sexy viewing experience. Now TVs are sexy. They're
Well,
sleek.
because before they're just trying to get something on the picture. Like,
But I mean,
new
they
technology, like, look, we could see things.
But somebody said, nah, we gotta get them like a little ass on the back. Like, all the TVs had like they started shaping the ass
Yeah,
on
it was
the back.
round. First it was box,
And then
it
they
was
started making them round. The TV started getting BBLs. There was TV BBLs going on, no?
And now y'all slick.
Like, it's like,
Right.
they got that
The
80s
curve,
TV, that
the
80s
curve,
booty,
yeah.
that 80s back. I don't know how we went from Japanese porn to TV backs, but we here.
Well, starting on going through the phone. We still in the foreplay segment, so let me move on to another one. Okay, so this was kind of going popular on the internet right now. A woman found out her dead husband. She found out her dead husband is actually alive and living in Mexico with another woman. So homeboy faked his death.
That Carol Baskin husband?
Yeah, I know. Must be a going thing.
Right.
It was a Mexican man. I believe it's a Mexican man. So it's Le Tigre, Le Tigre Rien, Le Rien Tigre, the Tiger King. But literally, so he goes missing or whatever, or they said he's dead, and she thinks he's dead. Come to find out that he's living in Mexico with another woman, yo.
What would you do if your significant other popped up alive, but just living a happy old life without you?
I'd already have my own next.
You already grieved. Nah, Chris is like, you know what? Another one bites the cock.
As long as I got that money.
Well, shit, I mean.
Do they want that life insurance back?
Yeah, well, that might be a problem, though.
That's a felony. You can't fake your death.
Yeah.
But he went to Mexico. The
Listen,
rules might be different.
Let me tell you something. That is a different level of evil. Like to really, you say, do they have kids? Like you sitting here grieving your dead husband. What? How annoying are you that this man like, I need to kill myself and go to Mexico to find a whole new woman?
See,
That's crazy.
I think he chose the lesser two evils because if he went the other route and took care of her, you know what I mean, like could have came back later and then he ended up in jail. He's like, let me just slide past the border and just.
That prenup must have been crazy.
You hear that?
That's all I can think about. Because that's to do that. That is, you got to plan that out for some time.
You got to plan a good murder. Like a good like what?
murder.
Like, I don't know what the murder was. You know what I mean? But it must have been super elaborate and believable. Or she's just this one might be on her. Like if you that gullible, like you gonna try to fight for something. I think it's just that she feels dumb because like it's not like he's probably started doing a little bit better. Isn't that crazy? He resurrected himself and he's doing better. And she's like, oh, you know what? No, that belongs to me. I know I need. She's trying to sue him.
How does she?
Okay.
Like, does she want him back? It doesn't seem like she wants him back.
How did you know what? If you go missing for a certain amount of time, they will like legally pronounce you dead.
Yeah, it takes like 6
whatever.
years. Like 6 years.
Yeah,
though.
so he might have been missing for a minute because it's hard to fake your death with all these security cameras and
To
whatnot.
play devil's advocate.
Tell this shitty story. Go ahead. Defecate's advocate? Well, I like to advocate for my shitting community. You can't slip up nothing on this show.
To play devil's advocate, because I do like to do that. What if he was just trying to spare her feelings? He knew that she would probably try to kill herself or something if he ever left her, and she was probably wouldn't know what to do with her life. So he's like, let me just disappear, not disappear. Let me try to pretend I'm dead and just,
So no. So her not being with that man will make her want to kill herself, not her husband being dead. And she need to go to therapy. That's just what that is.
That's what it seems like.
I'm gonna go one step further. Like that might have been his only out. She
Maybe.
might have been that crazy. That's his only out. I mean, there was a movie about it. Didn't they do
Gone
Eva?
Girl?
Not Eva. Oh, well,
Gone Girl was that was just the reverse roles,
with,
you know.
Gabrielle Union.
Deliver Us from Eva?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
That was crazy. When I loved that movie when I was a kid, and I rewatched it. I was like, "This is
Crazy.
evil. Why did they do that? That was so mean."
People were going through some different stuff in those early 2000s, man. I don't
What's
know.
crazy is that all she did was want better for her sisters and hold these men accountable. And they're like, "You too annoying. Let's make you fall in love, and so you can get out of here. But we gonna kill this man. We gonna kill him off." Like what?
Early 2000s was right after the fall
9/11?
of the fall. Well, the fall.
I said 9/11. I was like, wait, don't get more worse than that.
I was thinking the recession, but that was the late 2000s. What happened in early 2000s?
I don't know.
9/11.
They recalled some shit. I don't know. Like, I can't maybe recall a Kia. I can't think of anything that
Wait,
usurps 9/11.
There was Kias in the early 2000s.
Yeah, the hamsters didn't just come out. Jazz.
Oh, I thought they came out.
For the
I didn't
record,
know that.
Jasmine is definitely on the lower, like the end
old
of
are
being a
you?
millennial.
I'm 27.
I think she might be almost damn near Gen Z. She's
No,
she's
no,
tickled.
no.
She's toying. She's fooled around with Gen Z. She's like, you know it. You know, there's Gen Z people in a group chat in your phone right now.
No, all my friends 30 something and up. I don't have no kids, no friends my age. Only my nieces.
Are you
and
the youngest
nephews.
one of all the friends?
Mhm.
Okay. all right.
Yeah. I
'Cause
hate it. Hate it.
That's why I was impressed that she knew the dial TV too.
Oh,
You
with
know?
the back. The TVs with the back.
TVs with
Yeah,
the
my
back.
brother 40.
Oh, there
Oh, there you go. There
That
you go.
makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we got
Silence.
No.
Okay.
Because this next one, it's like I have to compose
to read
myself
it, yeah.
to say it, to even say it. All right.
Well, no, that last one was.
Oh, I don't know. Oh man,
Yeah.
I kind of want to say the last one.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is a real man should get you all the things you want, and that man is your dad, not me, bitch. A real man should get you all the things you want, and that man is your
I'm
dad.
gonna jump in
not
first.
me,
Not
bitch.
a damn thing. You better get me everything I want.
Everything.
Because my dad's dead, so you have to be
Damn,
my new
okay.
daddy.
See what you're not gonna do is flip this humor into a goddamn outreach
pass.
program.
Well, I will say, if you want somebody to call you daddy, then that reads right there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, if you want to be called daddy, then that reads. I'm not gonna do it. Okay.
Yo, so
So you don't like getting stuff from people?
No, I'm not gonna call you daddy, but you still gotta buy me stuff.
Okay, well then there you go.
So if that argument, if we're sticking with Jasmine's argument, ladies, if you calling your boyfriend bro, that's your bro.
He gotta put you in
And
a
he's
headlock.
acting accordingly. Yeah, that's a noogie time, headlocks, titty twisters.
But no gifts.
But no gifts. You got the gift of a purple nurple. That's what you got.
My brothers don't give me no gifts. Dang, that's crazy.
Just a wet willy
They don't
and a
get you
gleek.
good. They might say happy birthday the day
Yeah,
after.
maybe.
Yeah, they might if they remember. You know what I mean? But it's all love. It's all love.
They had a kids call. That's
So
it.
the person in your life needs to get you something.
yeah, starting with shoes.
Oh, you're a shoe girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start calling my next one Queen Elizabeth. Yes, Queen Elizabeth, with all the funds and resources.
What about you?
Yeah, that don't fly.
You ain't giving?
I ain't giving shit. I have a child, so like yeah,
There you go.
he's 21, so he the only thing that's getting the things that he need from me. I mean, I will take care of who I'm with,
Mhm.
but don't be expecting it.
You said call your daddy, call your uncle.
Yeah.
Don't call me.
Now, your actual son though, is he spoiled though? Like he asks you for, does he get anything he wants
No.
though? No, not
No,
even. You
no.
set some boundaries on that.
I mean, he's never asked for more than that he needed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he can have whatever he wants, but you know, like
How old is he?
21.
21.
How old was he when
Has
you
he ever
told him
asked-
what you do? You were getting into the same question?
No, I was gonna ask
That's
something
that's
way
a whole
off.
funny story. Like I was like again, I said I
Has he
wasn't-
ever asked, "Hey, Dad, can I get one of those bitches?"
I know,
Has he ever
but
said, "Can I get one of them?"
But
Can I get Britney
when,
Spears?
when I told him, actually, a friend let it out the bag when I was about to tell him. He was like, "Oh yeah, well, you know what me and your dad do, blah 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 blah," and I'm like, "Yo, he doesn't know."
Oh,
yet.
your friend.
my friend.
So you're like, all right, so got one of my friends from work coming over, son. So maybe you can busy yourself with some activities. So,
we went to a movie that kind of dealt with the topic of like the youth, like watching. I can't remember the movie, but like they were watching and trying to figure out Kissing Girls, whatever. But I told him when he was, I think he was 17 or 16.
So older, enough to know about sex and stuff, and
about it, whatever. But he was like shocked. He was like, I thought you were just a dance teacher. I was like,
He's like, I mean, it's a different type of Roomba, but
dancing in them sheets.
waltzing a little bit.
he threw that joke in there. But when I was telling him, and then my friend like was like, oh, you know, who's your favorite actress? And I was like, yeah, let me know because maybe I'll have them go with you to prom.
No.
Yo.
And then my friend was like, yeah, just don't tell me your favorite actors. And he said my name. I was like, if he didn't know what I did, he didn't know my name. So why are you telling him? But then he was like, oh yeah, but I do like this girl. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then she was like, oh yeah, I'll go with them.
Wait, can I ask who the girl was?
No, I can't say her.
But she went to prom.
She would have went with them, but then COVID and everything happened.
Damn.
Damn, COVID fucked it up for everyone, man.
And stuff like that. So this next ABN, he'll go to his first adult convention.
Okay.
Nice.
That's pretty
So
cool.
instead of taking him to Vegas for his first drink for 21, you're taking him to a porn convention.
Oh yeah.
That's dope as
That's
hell.
cool.
Like,
We're hoping to be there and doing this podcast
Yeah,
there, by the way.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
that's in January, right?
Yeah, it's in
Yep.
January. Yeah.
I see
Yeah.
all the porn star in Vegas.
And then if not that one in January, you should do the X3 that they have out here. That's in LA. That's
In June or June. Yeah,
X-
June right now.
X-
Yeah, I've already
It's
looked
in
at that one.
Jan-
I've
in
reached
January
out to them.
too. Yeah,
X3.
X3. X3 is X3.
That's when I reached out to
oh,
already.
okay.
Alejandro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah.
We're going to talk.
Alejandro, if you hear that right now, Alejandro, we're trying to be
Alejandro.
a
We
part
wanna
of
be there.
X3. We want to be there. Yes. Okay. Cool. So moving right along, I guess we can just kind of get raw. Want to
Yeah.
go raw real quick?
That's
All
what we
right.
call going
Raw.
raw.
All right. So we're gonna kind of get you guys. You know, we got a little comfortable right now. So we want to hear from you guys. Funny, terrifying, weird, something, sexual experience or experiences that just really stick out in your brain. Something that just really is like, yo, that was an interesting time. That was a night. That was a morning. I don't know what it is, but something that you guys have that just like is like, yo, that was crazy.
And paint the picture for us. Like,
Yeah.
and you remember to use these words.
Yeah, because this is like again, this is funny fucks. You guys are some funny fucks, and that's what we also want to talk about. Some funny, hilarious sexual
Looks like
experiences.
Jasmine's ready to go.
Jasmine's
Look at
thinking
her.
of
She's
it
already
right now.
dying. She is
She's there.
dying.
I was trying to figure out what I want to talk about.
Share them more.
Do you want me to
but
go first?
It seems like you're ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, please lock on.
She's ready to go. That's what he said.
The very first time I had, the first and last time I had sex with a white man.
You don't know if it's last. You're still young.
No, it's my
As
last.
someone that dates white men. So
It's my last.
Funny fucks is friends of the white Caucasian community.
we serve crackers.
Nothing. I'm dead. What kind?
We can't say genitals, but she can just say that.
I met this white dude on Instagram. He was on me heavy. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see what it's like. Cause I grew up in the black community. So there was no white kids around, and the white kids were weirdos that were around. I mean, literally it was 1,000 kids in my
This
school.
is in Cleveland,
This is
right? This is Cleveland, okay.
It was 1,000 kids in my school. Only 8 white people total out of 1,000 kids. That's how I don't know nothing about them.
White 1,000.
Out of 1,000
everything else, everyone else was black.
Yes.
Wow.
And maybe one Hispanic girl named Jennifer Lopez.
That was her name too. Come on.
The only reason you know her name.
Yo, what High School Musical did you go? What kind of inner city Dangerous Minds type of Michelle Pfeiffer program were you at?
I
dog?
swear to God, her name is
Did
Jennifer
Coolio
Lopez.
come and sing a song to y'all one night?
Been living most of
Yeah,
life.
forgot the situation. They got me facing it.
Can't
Okay.
live it now.
So bad. This dude, he take me out to like, we go play pool and whatever. I'm like, he was like one of those white dudes who thought he was black. So I'm like, it's not that different, okay? So we playing pool. He taking me to his house. He lived like deep in Cleveland, like in the hood of Cleveland. I was scared. Like he was riding, got his seat all back. I'm scared. I'm locking the door.
You scared of him?
I'm from Cleveland. I'm from the suburbs.
Did he have was he wearing FUBU too? Like
No,
how
but
black white was
He
he?
had on like, remember when people had them big poofy black jackets
Yeah.
on?
Yeah,
the
like a
orange
North
inside,
Face?
like New York. No,
Yeah.
no,
Oh,
like
First
the New York,
Down?
the
First
bomber
Down?
jacket.
Oh,
The
yes.
bomber
Yeah,
jacket
bomber.
type that. But he was we was listening to Kendrick Lamar, and the dude was saying all the N-words. I don't even remember
Oh,
Kendrick
no.
Lamar.
Kendrick wasn't even saying the N-word in the song.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't remember it being that many.
He's added more.
I swear, white people, their music has way more N-words than ours. We be like, what y'all talking about?
I never heard it in that part.
Bro, we're singing Happy Birthday. Where in the...
he was singing. He was he thought he was Drake. Okay, so you get to his house, whatever. His house is nice, and they had a miniature living room set for his son. His son was mixed, so he got a thing for black girls or whatever. So we start having itch or whatever, and it's okay. But the smart car was about the size of a smart car. It was really tiny. And then he was like, "Okay, well, let's take it up a notch. Let's go to a different level."
Oh, he had a bright idea. Smart car, yeah.
So he take me to his. We were in the living room, so I'm staring at the little living room set, and I'm getting turned off. Right. So then we go into the bathroom. It's Finding Nemo everywhere. It's this kid's bathroom. He put my leg on the Finding Nemo step stool. This is his son's bathroom, by the way, right? His son is like 3 or 4 years old. So I'm looking around. I see little.
Oh,
You said this is not sexy.
It's not.
But he said, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
You got it off before me. I was like, I was double dutching. I can't wait. I'm gonna say someone's gonna like, just keep swimming through it, Jasmine.
He want to touch the boat, but anyway. So we in the bathroom. I'm trying to focus on something else. I'm trying to stay into it, and I'm looking around, and everywhere I look, there's even more kid stuff. There's kitty toothpaste. I'm looking up here. My Britney Spears getting dry as fuck.
Oh my God! You're like, you can hit this one more time, and then oops.
We're not doing it again.
I look at it in the bathtub. His rubber duckies, his action figures. I said, we got to get out of here, bro. We gotta go. So we go into his bedroom, and for whatever reason, that turned me off even more because he had a full jungle in his bedroom.
Wait,
so
what?
I'm thinking jungle fever immediately. So
Like plants? Like live plants and-
There's a safari. There's panthers. There's elephants.
Was it tended to? Was he like taking care of the shrubs, or
Yes,
was he
it
just?
was very nice, but I'm
Okay.
thinking
You know
a
why?
black
Jasmine's
girl,
for his African queen.
I couldn't do it,
Queen
damn
to
it.
be.
Africa ain't got no safari. I mean,
Yeah, that's
goddamn,
wild, but that's
rainforest.
wild,
It
like-
was like a rainforest type and safari, so it wasn't making sense. And then he had
Brazil, Africa.
So this motherfucker had Where the Wild Things Are in his room. Page 10 of Where the Wild Things
It's a
Are.
big ass gorilla staring back at
Oh,
me,
no.
and I'm
Oh,
like,
my
I can't do this. And then he was like, he had broke open this piggy bank and pulled out like it was a stash of condoms, and they were all
No,
the
he
wrong
didn't. He didn't.
size.
No, he
I
broke
swear-
a
yes,
piggy bank.
Yes, he,
Well, he has a kid. Obviously, it's the first time opening it. I
and then he had all these different condoms. They were all extra large, but he was not like the smart.
I
car
hate
was
when
not
they
big.
use those.
It was not big at all, and he just kept trying to get me to talk to him. And he was like, "Well, tell me what you want me to do. What you want me to do with your Britney Spears?" I said, "I want you to get out of me. Is what I want you to do." And then I put on my clothes immediately. He said, "You about to leave?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go." What the fuck? And then I left and never seen him again. And then he got sad and hit me up on Instagram like, "You really just hit it and quit it. You just took advantage of my smart car."
You know what? The beauty is you didn't just hit it and quit it. You hit it and you told the story on Funny Fuck. So, you know, it got some...
That was like 7 years
got
later.
free publicity, you know?
Then what? Some girl's gonna listen to this and be like, I know that house. Me
But
too.
the house was like my childhood home. It looked just like my childhood home. So I was just immediately.
What's his name on SoundCloud? Because we all know he has some kind of... We all
He's a
know.
rapper?
I know he's some rapper.
Funny enough, his name is Chris.
What the hell is going on? This is on a special Chris episode.
He don't represent all the Chris's.
No, he doesn't. It was,
And I'm gonna let you know he doesn't represent all the white boys. You know, you said there was already no white people really in your
Yeah,
town, so
yeah.
give them benefit of the doubt.
but I'm not lying. After I did it, I did feel really bad. I was like, oh, there's something just wasn't right. Something didn't click about it. And
He was ready to put you in a cage down in the basement.
and then I started messing with girls after that. So I don't know. With
That's where it's bad. Boy was so bad. It's not like I can't be dating white dudes. I can't date dudes. That experience was so trash.
Hey, I'm gonna hook you up with someone. I don't fuck with dudes.
I don't fuck with no dudes no more. What
the
happened?
voice get deep.
Yeah, she went to that weekend liking dudes. Came out on Monday morning.
I literally was like, man, maybe I should do something different in my life. I said, I'm not having sex.
What am I
anymore.
even doing here?
I swear to God. And then I was like, girls, okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
Let's try that.
And now we don't know what's going on.
You'll figure it out. You're only 27.
We just flowing.
So there's kind of a competition for Jasmine's heart right now. I think I can see the show right now for the love of Jasmine or something like that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Do I like dudes? Do I like girls? Do I like rocks? I don't know.
Who knows at
Come
this
here.
point?
Tell us how your DM goes after this episode
Oh,
airs.
it's already crazy. Somebody sent me a smart card pic. He was like, on soft. It was not impressive. I didn't know y'all sent soft.
He's like, I don't have the
cards.
sports package yet.
I'm
But
like, I said, that's embarrassing. You should be ashamed of yourself. Blocked.
Yeah. After you left the message, you had to have the last word, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Me, I just block it on man. I don't even want him to know that I seen it because I feel like once they know you've seen it, then it already gets them off. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I just delete it.
It was bad.
Which I got to remind you too, Jasmine has some hilarious sketches online, and it almost feels the dialogue that she's giving right now. She does it. She has a persona that she puts on her social media where she literally just looks at the camera, and you feel like you're in her house, like she just got home, and she has something immediate to tell you. Like these are the type of stories. These are the type of stories. Girl, I swear to God, I just mess with this white dude. I ain't messing with no white people, no dudes anymore. It's all girls, all girl.
I ain't even gonna mess with people no more.
Give me one more girl.
No more nobody. I'm done.
All right, we looking at. I know you got a story. Look at him.
I mean, all my stories are captured and on videos. So,
But the embarrassing one, is there like what's the, because like of course everything doesn't go as planned when you're on set. You know, you go in having this you have scripts, I'm guessing a lot of times, right? Sometimes.
most of the time it's improv.
Oh, it's just improv?
Like the features have scripts. We'll have like, okay, this is how the story goes, and they hope that the person can carry the scene if there's dialogue or if there's banter in between.
Mhm.
So, I'll be straight up honest. The embarrassing one is when you're on set and then you can't get hard.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you put more pressure on yourself to get hard, and then that draws out the day. But
What do you mean by draws out the day? Like makes the day take longer?
because you get in your head. And
Yeah.
you don't.
I mean, we've all heard like I've heard. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys, people listening too, you've heard of fluffers. You know, is that a false? That's not a real thing.
That was something maybe like back in the day, just because somebody's girl was on set or whatever. But there are no fluffers on set. There are no fluffers. You'll go on set with the girl, and if the chemistry's right, she'll help you. If it's not, she'll just sit on the side because she's like, oh, I'm just here to do it. Like what everybody sees in that 30-minute clip or 5-minute clip, it takes us like 5 to 6 hours to shoot.
Oh God.
So to shoot, are you talking about in between? Yeah.
Like the whole scene, the whole day, the girl shows up, she does her pretty girls, whatever. So she's there an hour and a half to 2 hours before the guy. Then you gotta take the pictures of the hardcore sex for the promo pics. Then you gotta get dressed and do the whole thing through the video while the director's standing over you or whatever saying cut.
So the pictures have to be captured just to ensure that you definitely got the pictures. Like,
yes.
Oh,
the sex stills, pretty girls. It goes pretty girls, then the sex stills, and then you shoot the
sex stills.
Sex stills, the penetration shot.
Oh, pretty girls. So like just what solos?
The solo girl by herself, and then the sex stills are basically the sex photos that go on the box cover that are the thumbnails for the website or whatever. Then we shoot the video. So basically, we're going through the scene twice. Position, like it's not just, okay, we're going to take 2 pictures in each position unless the photographer is good. You go through that. Or the girl can be what we call a dead fish or no personality and just
makes it hard, makes it difficult.
Makes it
dead
hard.
fish.
Dead fish.
So that means that they don't have any chemistry. They're
no
just
chemistry, or they're pillow princess, or they
starfish.
I don't think I ever told you because I used to do makeup for porn, and so I found myself I was a fluffer at times, and I didn't even realize I was a fluffer at times. So I'm doing makeup on a girl, and I'm just thinking the guy's being nice. The next thing I know, their hands are down their pants. They're like, so what do you like to do?
Yeah.
What do you like? You know, because they're not attracted to the girl that they're with or whatever. Yeah. So they're looking at me while the scene's going on or whatever. And I'm like, am I?
She's just back there like eating a red vine, having a LaCroix. Like,
that has happened like if the makeup artist is on set, or it'll be a visual fluffer, or they'll talk. It's not meant to be disrespectful. It's
I got that. I know they were very.
I was confused because I'm like, wait, he's just jacking off.
No, they were very pleasant and they were very nice, but their hands are just matching like your brother. You probably remember your brother or cousins, how men always have their hands in their pants, like that vibe. And then I was like, oh, and then it took me a while going, oh, that's what he's probably doing.
Because what it is, I mean, we still enjoy sexual activities, but when we go to work, it's work. You know what I mean? And then when it's the, you get hard. It's like working out. You can only do so many reps. And before you're like, oh, muscle
if you're
fatigue or
exhausted,
whatever. So you look at whatever you can. Everybody finds a different way to get their edge. Of course, everyone starts taking, boner pills or whatever the hell for their smart cars to get the gas going and make it go the distance. But a female's Britney Spears could be dry, or this is a trick that most people don't know. I guess the most embarrassing thing aside from that is if a girl chocolate squirts during other scene.
Clean up on aisle 5.
Yeah, that's highly embarrassing. That's happened to me one time.
Oh, no.
Chocolate squirts.
Yeah.
Any memorable, like, is that the most memorable for you? Or what is your, I'm not letting you off this easy, because I know there's something and you're holding it back.
Okay.
And it doesn't have to be just on set. It could be in real life.
Well, no, this one happened on set, and I've grown accustomed to it. This is what I was about to say. Another thing a lot of people don't know: girls don't take breaks just because they're on their period. Okay, I didn't know that. So when I'm working with the girl, she didn't say anything. The sponge, they stick a makeup sponge up there. Up there, Britney Spears.
You find a new use for everything.
Yeah. So
Beauty blender.
There's a little triangle.
the triangle ones, the triangle one, or the bigger ones are better.
Yeah, the egg ones.
The
egg ones.
No, because this is why I'm going to tell you the egg ones are better than the triangle ones, because the triangle ones, if they put it in fat tip first,
like hypotenuse side.
It's hard to grab it out, because after we were done, she was like, "Yo, my sponge is stuck." I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was like, "Oh, you pushed my sponge too far up." I was like, "What sponge are you talking about?" I was like, "Pushed too far up." She was like, "My sponge is stuck in my Britney Spears," and then she's like, "Can you get it out for me?" And I'm like, feeling obligated because I'm the one that pushed it up there, and then I pull it out, and 20 minutes later pull it out, and I'm like, okay, I got it, and pull it out, and blood just came out with it.
Yeah, because it was like the Hoover Dam at that point. You're kind of blocking up everything, and that sponge just opens
The
up
Red Sea.
So yeah, that was my most odd, embarrassing moment for me. But
I feel like it's more embarrassing for her, right? I do have to say that there's nothing like the porn star women. They had me doing all kinds of stuff. I can't get this douche to go right, because they always do the boric acid before and after. They're like, don't know what these guys have. Yeah, they get tested. So doing all that, and they're like having me put stuff places and help pull things out, and like.
And just to make
Yeah.
She gets like the email that's like, it says it's a job for Disney, you know what I mean? She's like all happy, like singing Snow White coming to set,
You know how when you're on set and just on mainstream sets, you become best friends with the people next to you, your makeup artist? Oh, it's a whole other vibe on porn.
Wow. That's crazy.
We're like besties. I'm like, okay, what you need? And I'm trying to calm them down from fighting with their boyfriends on the phone.
That's the other thing that makes the day go longer, is like if they bring that personal drama, you're like, oh God, like please just don't answer your phone from the book. But now,
well, that's what I used to have. I told him earlier, I used to have to take their phones when the director would ask me, just take their phone if you can. Say they can't be on it while you're doing their makeup. Yeah. Because always, every time it was some fight.
Yeah. So has there ever been a situation where it's like you're like in the middle of a scene and then like they're like on their phone, like not
once.
Yeah.
Once the girl was sitting there, she had her phone hidden in the couch, and every time the director called cut, she'd hop on her phone, and he's like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "Dude, like she's not even interested. Like she's over here texting, arguing, and talking about what she's gonna have for dinner." I'm like, "It's 9:30 in the morning. Like, why are you talking about dinner?" I was like, and then I just told him, I was like, "You got to call another girl here, or I'm walking. You can figure it out." And then he was like, "Oh, no problem," and we replaced the girl.
That's kind of a dope position to be in, because I might just browse around if I was in here. She was like, "Hey man, I don't think she's into it. Can we get another?" I don't think she's into it either. You've had 17 girls today. Yeah. Only they were interested.
Yeah. No, it was a specific thing, because me and that director had a good relationship, and he knew I was solid, and he was just like, "Yo, like what's wrong?" And I was like, "You can see it. Look back at the footage of what's going on." He took 10 minutes to look at it, and he was like, "Okay, cool. You know what?
That's
not
crazy.
kill fee and stuff like
What
that.
are your favorite types of scenes?
My favorite types, I just started doing, I like giving massages, like real massage. I'm not licensed, but I give great massages.
I've been seeing those on like the Russian ones, on the Russian porn hubs or whatever, where the massage turns into a massage, the scene that turns into more.
Oh, mine can, but I'll give a 30, 45-minute massage without sex. And the way I shoot it, it doesn't look like porn. It's actually looks like it's just a.
What's the name for that?
I'm building the site now.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it is a fetish. People like to watch massages.
I found out it was a fetish after I showed it to a company and was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And they were like, yo, and what it is there's no in the industry, we all know that it's kind of racist, whatever. There's not a great black POV performer. There's you know what I mean? There's not a black masseuse that's doing stuff like that. And then of course IR sells, interracial, which sucks as a title because it's only a black performer with anything else. A white with a Hispanic is not interracial. Japanese with white is not, it's called regular. So I found a niche that no one else is doing that way because you see the fake massages or whatever be the case or the happy endings, like they don't have to be like that. But
you might find me in a new porn, y'all, if it's like that, and I'm getting paid to get a massage. Like,
I'll give a massage.
How much you get? Is it $250 a scene, $750 a scene? What is it?
We'll work it out.
Okay.
I'll give a girl a massage for a check. My mom would be upset.
The other thing with it is, because the way I do it, it doesn't have to include sex. And then the girl, she didn't want to, she doesn't have to get naked. Like I'll have
just laying on your foot.
Laying down, you'll be in like a small bikini. I'll make sure that angles are shot like if the girl's not comfortable with showing it. Because it's a way of putting out content. Because again, if I distribute it in Japan, because like I said, I'm going to Taiwan in April. If I want to distribute somewhere where showing genitalia is not allowed, it saves me money by not having to pixelate it by just not showing it. So the fetish I found out is just body massage because you have the foot fetish community because I shoot by myself with 3 cameras.
Okay.
And
you set up all your cameras.
I set them all
you saw him setting up ours.
like that. And then I edit it myself and then put it together.
I gotta ask a side question. When you're editing it, what are you kind of looking for? Like, is it hard to edit? Like do you I put it like this? Are you thinking from a male perspective when you're editing, or a female perspective, like as a viewer that you're cutting?
Me, I'm shooting because the porn, like, how to kind of say it? Well, before porn, I was a choreographer, so it's all for the audience periods. Like if it's
you weren't lying all the way. You didn't dance. You did.
Well, no, I forgot that part of it. He knew I was a dance instructor before that, and then I was doing that for a long time. Before that, still kind of coinciding with the industry. So,
would you do salsa tango?
I do salsa tango.
I
can do country line dancing. Whatever I learn, I can teach it to somebody else. Street style, freestyle, whatever. But the new style of content that I want and that I do, the female always initiates the sex. It's not the creepy masseuse that's like, oh yeah, and then like he takes advantage of it. It's like, okay, I give the massage, I walk away, and the girl is like, she'll say, oh, I heard about you from this Yelp review, or my friend referred me to you. I would like extra release or whatever. So everything that I do for my content is geared towards women.
It's very progressive in a way. It's interesting, you know what I mean? Because I mean, amidst obviously, you think in porn everything goes, and there's no respect for that. But it is beautiful to see that it is being aware of what's going on and being kind of reading the room in that regard.
Yeah, because the one thing that helped me see what I wanted to do in porn, because I've been in about 13 years, is I recently did a mainstream movie that was sponsored by the Swedish Film Association that went to Cannes, all the film festivals and won, and then got brought to the U.S. and bought by Neon Rated and put it out into movies throughout the world, whatever, called Pleasure, where it talks about porn. Someone from Sweden wanted to come and become the next big porn star, but they give it from a female perspective.
That's what I like.
And then the movie is all about consent. Like that movie took about 6 years to do. It was done before OnlyFans blew up. So if you get a chance to watch it, I say watch it because it's a conversation starter about.
What's the name of it again?
Pleasure.
Pleasure. Okay.
Pleasure 2021. If you pull it up and you see a picture of a blonde with a pink background and Pleasure is written in yellow, It's a great conversation starter about where we're at now in porn or in the world about proper consent, where one time it's this way, you think it's a certain way. Like when 50 Shades of Grey came out, everybody was like, oh, I want to be in bondage, whatever, but
They don't know what that's really
they
like.
don't know what it's really like. So,
hey, what do you mean you lost the key?
I'm getting red marks on your wrist. Like, I didn't sign up for this.
That shit is intense.
yeah, so it just shows the levels of what somebody think they can go through, and when they reach a certain point and didn't discuss it. That's why it's good to talk with your partners, you know, in your situation in the bathroom. Like, yo, at this moment, I'm not feeling this. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta stop that way. It's not something uncomfortable. But I saw that, and I saw how receptive it was from, you know, the chick from Game of Thrones, Arya Stark, did an interview with her and saw where it was going. It was very forward thinking the way the movie came out, and it got me thinking, like, you know what? I've been in it this long. I see where it is. It's the same stupid tropes. You know what I mean? The people that are in control, they go by numbers and not by whatever. So I start asking my friends, their female friends, their partners, is like, what get there is like, one thing I do a lot, gangbangs. And girls are always like, I don't want to do gangbangs because it's always rough and looks like the girl's being, even though the girl wants it tossed about, they want that. But I was doing one where it was more funny. We would talk and joke throughout the whole thing. It was not a scene where it was all about them being worshipped and fulfilling their fantasy instead of just like, oh, these guys are ravaging you, you know, in a rough way. So when I saw,
I can't remember. I saw somebody's podcast. It was one of the one lady. She was talking on it, and she was saying that that's a real fantasy of hers, and it's something that she felt almost guilty expressing that. So I think there is a lot. I
think that was Cali Hentai.
I can't remember what exactly was. I remember seeing somebody talking about.
Yeah, it was. I think it was Cali Hentai, a black female performer.
So.
Yeah. It was about like 3 months ago, and everybody like went after her. She's like, I went viral. That's what I like. That's what I like, and I'm good friends with her. She stays in where she stays. I can't say. I was about to say she.
She stays where you say on the internet. Come on, you already know the ones that know her know how to find her.
Yeah. She stays on that OF page. That's where she stays.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So how do you? I know that you said that you're new to. I'm talking to Jasmyn now. You're new to, like, not new. You're young. You were in a 4-year relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like your sexual exploration has been fulfilled? Or are you still out having a good time and trying to find what you? Well, we know you're finding what you like, but how are you going on that journey?
I think that, like, once I started messing with girls, it kind of shifted my perspective as far as sex. I thought I've always been into, like, the idea of sex, or whatever that may look like. I'm open to trying.
Of what?
Huh?
Of what?
Of what?
Itch.
Of it. My bad, y'all. I think that the last relationship really opened my eyes, because when somebody is like so like okay with you and vulnerable with you, I'm like, yeah, if I trust you, I'm willing, I'm liable to do whatever. It depends on what it is. I don't think I'm like fulfilled, but I don't think I'm unsatisfied. Like I got some stories to be young, but I'm not. I ain't trying to get into like bondage or nothing. I don't know if I would do that, but
the night is still young.
It's because I'm small too, so I don't like feeling trapped.
Yeah, everyone's already taller than me.
But I think just overall, my sex life my itch life has been good. But I slowed down a lot. Like I'm chilling. I don't do nothing. I just breathe.
I mean, to step in with it, like before the industry, like I didn't know what I was into. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I wouldn't say I was vanilla, but I hated you know, I don't have a word for it, but
Itch, SMARTCAR,
the reverse itch.
No,
is there another word?
No.
Do you need a lifeline for another word?
I need a lifeline for another word.
No,
you know, when the singer handles the mic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I can say. Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, smart car in the mouth.
Smart car in the mouth. Yeah. Because you know I didn't know anybody that knew what they were doing, or you know, finding the fear of teeth and hearing the noises that went along with it. Like in the beginning, I was like, that was a huge turnoff. You know what I mean? And then you grow in a safe environment when you whether it be with future partners or a group of friends, like. I love my friends in the industry because it's easier to work with them, and we have our fun time off camera.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Is there ever time like it's like almost like, yo, we're having a sex back? You know, like people have kickbacks. Yeah, we're coming over.
Itch back.
An itch back. Itch back.
Yeah.
They're coming over and smashing.
Truly, when they say you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
wow.
fact. Yeah. I mean, it's only with your core group of friends. I mean, like with the advent of like OnlyFans, we properly record it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I wouldn't want to have itching if I knew I was making money itching
No,
without recording it and
but-
making money itching every time I did it.
But I mean,
Wow.
but no, that's a real thought
Right.
process because when we get down to it, I mean, we still want to enjoy it personally. You know what I mean? Like you could be a master chef, a Michelin star chef, and cook for everybody, and then you make this steak for the masses. But when you go home and cook it for your close friends, whatever, it means more.
But do you really
know
want
what I
to
mean?
eat other friends' food if you know that you can eat master chef food all the time?
Sometimes.
So there we go.
For
So that
now.
takes us to our closing part, just the tip.
Yes,
So
yes,
we
yes.
want you guys to give us one piece of advice, sexual advice,
A tip.
a tip, but really for our listeners. You've given us a dozen of them right now, but
Just the tip.
yeah, just give us your closing words.
I think men should start off having sex with dildos, having itch with dildos first, so they can actually pay attention to the woman's body and not.
Wait a damn.
Wait,
minute. Hold on.
wait, what?
No, but like a strap on. I think when guys, before they start having itch, they need to do it with dildos, young men.
To
They
the
need
women.
To the
Like the
Britney
men are
Spears.
wearing the strap
They're
on.
wearing the strap on, and they're doing it because I've strapped a woman before, and you can't feel anything, so it forces you to pay attention to the
Yeah.
body language and understand if you're really pleasing her. I think they should start off by doing that.
But also, I'm going to go on the other side of that. I feel like the more that they have, though, because when you get almost there, you probably realize that they usually finish first because they know you're almost there in this. So I need him to be used to that feeling so he can just keep going.
You would work up to that, but how many times have you been itching with a guy and then you're just like, he's not.
Well, I'll put
listening.
him where I need because I'm very vocal
Right.
though. I'll tell him what I
Same.
need, and so but I just need him not to finish before I do.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's what she said.
If he finishes, hopefully he can recover and do it again with intent.
Yeah.
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 The first one.
Only the younger guys I feel can do that.
I'm 45. I can do
Okay.
that.
But I'm
Before
yeah.
the industry, I was able to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quick recovery, quick refractory period. If I
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
refractory.
Yeah, you gotta bounce back in 10.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go.
You gotta go.
They're coming over.
So yours is listening to the man has to have a strap on to really ultimately just getting to know the
Pay
woman.
attention and calm down, slow down. Like
If
just
you get so
relax.
excited.
Just relax.
I guess mine would be for the man, similar fashion is don't try to destroy it because
Please,
that's
Lord.
not the game end game. You know what I mean? Because one, she might have work or she might have another appointment the next day.
She
Be
don't
courteous.
have a week to recover from.
Like, be
Right, we need like 2-3 days.
yeah, be mindful. She might have another appointment
I'll
later
beat
that
that
day.
Britney up.
Shoot, I'm having to go to the gym.
Hey, you don't want them canceling their shows because the vocal cords ain't working in the Britney Spears.
Oh, it's happening now. Oh.
The Britney fans.
That's sound advice.
Yeah.
That's
I
beautiful,
second
beautiful, just a tip. Well,
So tell us where to
yeah.
find you two. Let our audience know where to find you guys.
You can find me on both Instagram and Twitter at ChrisCock_, and then on many vids and OnlyFans you can find me at Chris Cock Official, all one word.
Nice.
All right, thank you.
And you know you're fishing when you got a fish in
Yeah.
there.
I'm like, I don't know. This is the
Someone stole my name and I was like, what?
You didn't move fast enough.
Yeah, I didn't.
You got a blue check.
Yeah.
Find me on everything, Jasmyn Carter, JASMYN. Not on OnlyFans or whatever the other one he said, but Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook.
She a Y too?
Yeah.
My housemaid spells her name the exact same way.
Jasmyn too?
Yeah.
Look
She messed with a Chris before, and I live with a Jasmine.
A new actress you're recruited.
Brody, next time you see me, I'm gonna be on OnlyFans.
I believe it. I'm happy. I support you. I appreciate that. You know?
And Brandon and I have a tip for everyone and both of y'all.
Yes.
You wanna
Our
let her
tip
know?
is make sure you
Follow us
on all platforms at Funny FUX Podcast. That's, of course, FUNNY FUX Podcast on all the social media platforms. And you can follow me individually at Brody the Joker, BROADY the Joker. I have a show that is going to be at the Arlington Draft House doing a live taping. So if you are in the DMV area, I need you to go to pull up. I need you to get your tickets. I need you to just come on, come all, get these jokes. Again, it's a live taping for my special called Light Skin Dark Secrets. So I want everyone to get their tickets right now if you're in the DC, Maryland, Virginia, Arlington Draft House.
And y'all can find me, Nikki Go Lightly, NIKI Go Lightly, because it's never heavy. And that's the end of this show. Thank you for joining us, y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
Funny FUX Podcast.